I've actually just pressed record, but Wee Malky is taking his jacket off because it's a wee bit warm in the car, but it's absolutely freezing the day, so hopefully sitting in the sunshine we'll be able to stay warm. I've got my first kind of Christmassy, well, it's not my first Christmassy jumper, it's actually my second Christmassy jumper of the season that I've had on. In you come. I've already gave you a cuddle, but do you want another one?
Another one. Another one.
It's lovely to meet you.
You too.
And we've got our coffees because this place never had a Costa drive-through. So we've got Wee Malky fae Postle.
Hello.
Except on Instagram, you're actually TikTok's Wee Malky fae Postle.
TikTok's Wee Malky.
But on TikTok, you're Wee Malky fae Postle. And it doesn't come fae Postle, which I've just discovered. You've just told me. Did you used to live there? Have you ever lived there?
I have never lived in Postle in my life.
You're joking?
No.
So why did you choose that? Why did you choose that area as your name?
Right, so 3 years ago, right during the pandemic, I thought, you know what, I need to come up with something. I'm on my own. I've no family around about me. I've not got a partner around about me nearly 7 months. I had nobody around about me. What can I do? And one of my friends went and joined TikTok. I was like, okay. And then I joined TikTok. I had a crazy dream, which everybody knows about.
No, I don't.
On TikTok,
so share your
right.
dream.
I
You had a crazy dream on TikTok or before?
No, before TikTok.
Right.
I had a crazy dream that I created a wee character called Malky. I told my family.
And that's
about
not
it.
your name. Malky's
not my
not.
name.
I knew Malky wasn't his name. He's on my phone as
So
Malky.
yeah, I'm on everybody's phone as Wee Malky now.
But anyway, so keep telling us that story.
I had a crazy dream. I phoned my family and they were like, you need help. You need help. And I was like, who needs help now? You know, it's like everything just took off. I done one video and everybody went mental.
But why did your family say you needed help? Because you created Wee
I
Malky?
created because they were like, your name's not Malky. And I'm like, I know my name's not Malky, but my name's
That's the character.
the character. And then I came up with, I could have just had one character. I needed a couple.
Aye, because
I
you've
was
got
like,
Maggie as well.
So I went, Wee Maggie fae Postle has got to be the headliner. She's the headliner. You know, she keeps Malky on his toes basically, you know what I'm saying now.
Aye.
And then we had Sandra. Sandra's
don't think
Maggie's
I've seen
sister, right?
Sandra.
But she's from the Tim Mearns, you see. She's different.
Sandra from Newton Mearns.
Right.
Janice would love all these people.
Right,
It reminds
it's funny
me of
that
Janice.
I was watching a bit of one of your videos the other night, but yesterday I was showing my partner last night, and again it was like, you're wigging and everything was on, and I was like, oh, Maggie would love to meet her.
I know, when I saw
That'd
Wee
be a
Maggie, I
competition
did
right
think
there.
that. Aye, but I'm dead. Like, people say all the time, get your wig on, do a Janice with Lola. And it actually makes me nervous because I think, I don't know if I could do Janice if I wasn't completely in control of the situation. You know, the minute you bring other people in, it's like a bit of
Aye,
you know, it's panicky for me. So your name isn't Malky, right?
No.
But I didn't know that until, so I've known you for a good few months.
Yes.
And I didn't know, so I hadn't thought your name was Malky. And until last week when you sent me that video of you singing, and you went, my singing name's Alan Mack. And I was like, oh my God,
Where'd Malky come from?
I've been calling him Malky all this time, and he never once, on texting that, never once thought to say to me, by the way, Malky's not my name, but it's fine, because if people call me Janice, I'm fine with it.
I bump into people, right, and again, can't even go to shop, put my slippers on, you know what I'm saying? People are like, oh, there's Wee Malky. If somebody shouted my stage name, I'd probably forget.
So, what,
You know,
but
'cause
you've
you've
got
done
so
that
many,
wrongly.
I know,
You know what I mean?
but you've got
Because
so
you've done that
many stage names. What is your name? Can you share
So
your name?
my name is Singer Alan Mack.
So you are
Singer Alan
Alan.
Mack, yeah.
No, but your name, were you born Alan?
Yes. Alan Malky.
Oh, right. Are you too hot now? Do you want the window
it's just
down?
a wee
It's
bit warm, isn't it?
absolutely
It
not.
is
You
warm,
couldn't
right?
make it up. It was Baltic freezing.
There
There you go.
But
I'll put it down a wee bit as well.
so
Right. Right, so this is Alan, Wee Malky fae Postle. So that's going back to how you created, because you are an actual performer. You started off as a singer. Where were you singing?
I started off singing when I was 3 years old, and I started gigging at 18 years old at a Kilton bar, which is a very popular bar to a very well known, no plug but intended, but a very big celebrity who runs the pub with her husband. and she's a comedian. That's what I'm going to say. And then she had the pub, after she finished the pub, my dad took it over. My dad had it. I started over there when I was 18 in that pub, so that pub had a lot to do with my career. You know, singing away. And then many years after that, I was still gigging it up and down, from here to Newcastle. I was gigging everywhere.
As a singer?
Yes, really good.
On your own or?
Solo.
So similar to what Bobby does with the music.
Yep, just kind of getting out there and doing what I was doing. I only stopped singing about, just roughly about now, about two or 3 years ago, just before the pandemic began. I stopped and I just took a wee break. But my mental health got better of it. That's why I've taken a break.
I know, and I'm going to ask you about your
so
mental health, but
I
we'll talk about you first and your, well, it is part of you, but your whole performing and whatever.
The performing part of it, I was gigging when I was 18, and as soon as I walked in and picked a mic up, started singing with this comedian's sister, who I got up to sing a song with, and the next minute I get asked to go and do work, right away. And it was with Bobby Mac karaoke thing and all that, so it was many years back. I started doing that right away and everything changed.
And that's what you did for your whole life, because
my whole life was just all singing and entertaining.
And you've just turned 50. I'm 50 next year. Happy birthday, belated birthday.
It's Oil of Uli, but hello.
That's what I used.
I
That's mine when it was called Oil of Uli. It's now Oil of Oli or Oli. That's what I use. So that's what you always did.
Yes.
Why do you never sing on your platforms? Or do you? And I've just not seen it.
Once or twice I've done the platform kind of singing, right? But I'm one of the ones, Mary, I don't want to confuse people. I don't want people to go, wait a minute, he came on as a character. Why would I want to be two characters? Make it look good on the app. Is Wee Malky people is popular on TikTok?
I know,
and I understand that now, right? It took a lot to learn. But so see, because of that, I don't want to give people mixed emotions as being singing and comedy. You know? That's different if I'm going to take it on the road and then I can go, right, let's do a couple of bits of act, let's do a bit of comedy, let's do a bit of singing and so forth. And then kind of split it a wee bit then. I'm happy to do that. But on an app like that, you don't want to mix people. You know?
I can see. I can see where you're coming. I know, that's fine. But also, you've come away from the singing, as you've just said. Are you not doing it now?
I took a break from the singing, so I did just before the pandemic even started. I took a big break from it. I lost my father with terminal cancer, stepfather, who was also my manager as well. So I left that, and my singing just went. You know, I lost a lot of control within myself. And dealing with his death, dealing with different wee things, it's a long fairy tale because he met my mum through me and all that different wee story, and then they settled down. It was like a fairy tale ending when he died of terminal cancer, so he got a lovely house and all that. You know, just different wee stuff. So it was a roller coaster. You know, the singing part of it, I just kind of stepped back.
It just was time for a wee change.
It was time just to take a wee bit of a challenge, you know. And then when the pandemic hit, I thought, what can I do? As I say, one of my friends wanted me, why don't you join TikTok? Nothing, it's TikTok. Hello, what's TikTok? And I joined it. And everything just changed right away. Everything just changed even better again. But
in what way?
It helped me a wee bit more. You know, it helped me to kind of progress, because during the pandemic, again, because I'm so far out, I didn't have anybody about me. When I was 7 months old, I had no family, nothing about me.
It was hard going for anybody, but people on their own. People on their own. It was
I had nobody around about me, which is not sympathy, but at the end of the day, it was the only way I could cope with it was like comedy. And do you know, every day I woke up making myself laugh. You know, I woke up making myself laugh and doing jokes and doing different wee things. And then I like doing voiceovers on TikTok, right? But Wee Malky like to do his own stuff. There's a difference there, you know, and that made it more popular. If you do your own voiceovers, that makes it even better for me. You know, so it gave me that wee list each day of doing something else that I wanted to do.
And so do you do comedy do you just do it on TikTok, or do you do comedy shows?
Comedy's doing this just now, right? But we're looking into stuff after the new year. So I am, you know, there's stuff.
To do official stuff, right?
I've been offered quite a few things for after the new year and that coming up, so which will be watch this space, you know. But I'm just going to take it bit by bit, make sure that I can get that process,
Aye.
do it the right way, you know. I didn't want to rush right into anything because this wasn't a plan. It was only a TikTok lockdown situation, you know. I thought I'd just join it, see what's going to happen, but I wasn't expecting it to go
boom.
You know, I wasn't expecting that.
But TikTok has done that for so many talented people from lockdown.
We don't realise it, we don't realise
Aye,
it. We don't realise.
I know, and it's incredible for that. I mean, I know there's a lot of downsides to it, but it's incredible for that. There's the positives far outweigh any negative stuff. So, can I ask you where you are from? Actually, because you're not from Portsmouth, or is that listening? You don't need to answer anything you don't want to.
You want my address?
No, Christ, don't do that.
But I'm actually on the road to Lennoxtown. You
can't be that far from me then.
I'm not too far from you.
I dip at the campsies and all of
See,
that.
it's funny because we both like licorice and mint tea. I noticed that.
Do you like that for the Aldi's?
I like that, girl.
They've not had it in the shelves for ages. But my neighbour got me one last week, and then
Richie. I tried to get it yesterday for and I couldn't get it. I did.
So happy
tried to get it yesterday.
Well, thank you. I've had a gift already, and Keith did get me one. But it's actually now really hard to get for some reason.
I did actually try to get you tea yesterday, but couldn't get it.
Oh, you didn't need to do that, but thank you. It's the thought that counts.
And I went to say I'm going to order it for you this morning, and I was like, it's not going to arrive just within a couple of hours. I was like, okay.
Don't worry, I've got plenty of stock now, but aye, so you're not that far from me then,
I'm not too far, right, but no, Wee Malky, and that's what makes me laugh. Because people are like, oh, Wee Malky, you're from Portsmouth, and people come into their life, which I don't do a lot of lives. I used to do a lot of lives, not on TikTok, do a lot of lives as well. Again, I do the kind of charity thing.
I know I'm going to ask you about that as well.
People ask me to do anything like that, I'll go live, make sure we make a performance for them. I've done many of them, Lauren's Law, a lot of them, I've done a lot of them for them. Maybe I've got a charity fund to make sure it's fair. That's what's about, Mary, you know, help other people. Make sure you get it out there for them.
And that's very kind of you to do that. So, I do want to talk about your charity work, but I want to ask you about you and your mental health. Because you've touched on that already. I signed your petition, by the way, the one about raising money for mental health teaching in schools, which we'll talk about as well. But right, so I remember when we first connected earlier this year, mental health was one of the first videos I saw of yours.
Yes.
And I think you were saying about things getting the better of you, if I remember right, and you then took a break from the social media, and I never saw you for a wee while. Then I saw you back and you were talking about it again. So for that reason, I know already that you're quite open and willing to talk about your mental health. But if there's anything you don't want to talk about, you don't need to talk about it. So, when did you start getting mental health issues?
Right, if I can be really honest, right, mental health issues, awareness runs in my family quite badly. Right, so my biological father, I lost when I was only 12, he committed suicide. My biological father, he committed suicide. My grandmother committed suicide when I was only 2. You know, so mental health run in the family quite bad. I didn't think it was ever be me, you know, in that level. Again, I was trying to focus on comedy, TikTok, entertaining, and I laughed about it, man, thinking about people coming up and going, oh, Wee Malky, you're a legend. But see, deep down, I was going to hear him crying at night. I've got a lot of mental health. I'm on my own here. You know, I've got a really bad situation here. It hurt me hard. I contacted the doctor at the start of the pandemic, and I thought, I don't know how I'm going to cope. You know, I'm going to crumble, and I can feel it crumbling. I was okay, and then I woke up at 3 o'clock one morning, and within that 4 o'clock, half 4, I had people help me out. I had to reach out and get help. I was trying to commit suicide. So I was on a very, very bad path, even though comedy was there, and I would try to help everybody else on TikTok, but they weren't aware that I was actually suffering in silence. You know, so. But I'm okay now. I mean, I'm okay now, but it did hit me hard.
So you only were aware of having any mental health challenges at the start,
Just to start the lockdown. I mean, I'm always one of the public people, kind of like entertainment, you know, everybody's just like pure you know, who I'm on, you know, locally, out like in the town, everybody, you know. And then you're like, but you don't understand what happens with mental health. It just hits you hard, you know. But as I said, I suffered and I never told anybody. But I either had a choice, it was either the way out, or I had to reach out and ask for help. And the best thing I've ever done in my life is ask for help. To this day, I'm still getting counselling for it. You know, and that's the truth. I'm still getting counselling once a week for it. And it's Mind for Men and people like that have all been great support for me. You know, so that's one wee thing. A lot of people are not aware of this. Yeah, that kind of so. It's a challenge.
So it's a charity that helps you, is that right?
The Mind for Men charity thing me, and the Moira Anderson thing me, they deal with different wee things and all that as well, you know, suicide attempt things and help people through things. And but it's all related to people say what causes mental health issues. I had a very bad childhood, you know, which is, and that's what I'm going to say, if that's okay. I had a very bad childhood in life, but today it makes me a better person now. When I look back on it, I try to be a stronger person, be a man, and own up to what's happened, what's past is past, you know. But people don't realise later on in life it can suffer and it can trigger like anxiety, agoraphobia.
That's the fear of not wanting to go out.
Vertigo and different wee stuff like that. I got to the stage there that I was having a wee bit of a bad patch and trying to get out money. Even during the pandemic and even after the pandemic, I was struggling to maybe get back. I'd get a good day and bad day. You know, I would stand up and I'd be like, right, I can't go out today. I'm struggling again. You know, the room's spinning and you know I can't get through the door. I was letting it get to me. You know, I was letting it get to me really badly. So that I wanted to make sure that I had to push myself. But I had great support. You know, the family supported me through things. And as I said, in the Mind for Men and different counselling duties, started reaching out. But again, if I didn't reach out myself, I'd be moving as well. You know, I made that's a choice I had to make the right thing. If I never made that choice at that time, I would have been here today, for an interview. So, you know, it's sad because we don't realise what hits you up. You know,
Well, I'm glad that you are here.
you know, I'm glad that I'm here because I missed out on a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? I would have seen a Christmas jump on it if it was
We just went into Tesco there for the coffees and this wee woman stopped me to say how beautiful my
How
jumper
beautiful the
is.
Christmas
Can
jumper
he
is.
beat the Glasgow folk, man? So, what was I going to say to you about that? I was going to ask you something else about your... You know, how did you know what charity to go to? How did you know who to reach out to?
I reached out to a friend. I guess a friend of mine. I reached out and I asked for help for a o'clock in the morning. He was convincing me you need to phone the doctor. You know, no, that's fine. I'll phone the doctor. I phoned the doctor right away first thing in the morning that morning. Explained to them that, you know, I've had this like for 24 hours. I feel suicidal. To the point where I was in the wardrobe at 3 o'clock in the morning, take a tie and all that out. And it's not nice, you know, it's not something you want to do. Because at the end of the day, I was only hurting my family, and hurting people around about me that I love. So I realised that. But I still laugh at it and think, people think Wee Malky's everything. You know, he's an inspiration, he's comedy and all that. And I sit and go, if only they knew. You know, inside that I cry each night because my mental health got the better of me. And so I did. But it's hard.
No, I know.
You know, it's a very, very tough thing to me. But if you've not got the right, you know yourself, there's a lot of lack of support. There's a lot of lack of support in the UK for support. And that kind of gets to me a wee bit as well. You know, I've witnessed a lot of people suffer with that. I was one of the lucky ones that I've had a lot of great support here. You know.
You definitely need your support network, as in your friends and family when you're suffering. I suffer with anxiety myself.
Same here.
Similar to your story, as in it comes from childhood originally. I don't know if that's what you relate to.
Same here, yes.
So I kind of link everything back to that. But like you, I'm very conscious of no blaming anything or anyone because it's completely...
It's just
on me to fix that.
It's only me can fix that journey. And if I don't fix that journey, I'm not going to be able to get a future. You know, even when we're 50, you know. I'm
But
50,
age is irrelevant.
Age is irrelevant, right? Age is irrelevant, exactly. So when you're younger though, you try to put all that out your head. You know, you think, oh my God, the bullying and the intimidation, the way people treated you in life, and you try and put it behind you. But people don't realise that most of that time in that future, that's going to be a mental health failure for you. You know, it's going to trigger. And people don't realise that. You know, they don't understand that at all.
No, because people have said to me when I've been talking about mental health, you know, even just in the last few weeks, and look at you, I mean, you're nearly 50, and I think it's quite a common thing that people might think because of your age that, you know, there's an age that comes where you're cured mental health issues, and in my opinion and experience, there is no cure. All you do is find ways to manage it. And what you were saying about the lack of support, I didn't even go to my doctor. I've been to see Lorna. I go to see Lorna at Mind Positive.
I love Lorna.
I know she's brilliant. But not everybody is in a position to do that. So that's why I'd asked you to about the charities that you went to, and I know the charities are absolutely snowed under as well, but they are there.
They're there
and
for
there are
you,
numbers that you
and they're
can
only
call.
there for biggest call. You know, when you need something, say for like say touch Hereward, you know, it was like 3, 4 in the morning. Not going to happen again, but I'm talking for anybody out there. There is always somebody there. There's always somebody there on the other end of that phone, and I learned that because I felt as if I woken up thinking at 3 o'clock in the morning that nobody wanted me. And you know what the heck was going through my mind? You know, I still question myself, what was going through my mind? To this day I'll never know, but I say to myself, you know, and I explained to the doctor as well, you know, history repeat, you know, I'm worried about, you know, am I going to take this backlashy, you know, losing my grandmother as a young boy, losing my biological father, you know, with suicide and all that as well. Is it going to hit me? You know, I was questioning myself, and my young cousin, he passed away last year with suicide. So suicide in my dad's family is quite bad. It's quite a heavy duty that's in the family. But I don't want to be like that, Mary. You know, you understand what I'm trying to say? It's something
Of course
me.
I do.
Don't want to be like that. I want to be something different and try and get to another level. So you've got to push yourself to get that help. But I take my hat off to people that can reach out, especially myself, because you know what? If I didn't reach out, with my family still saying that to this day, what would have happened? I probably committed suicide. You know, if I didn't reach out. But I woke up crying. The way I did when I first came out gay, I woke up as, I went to bed as Alan Mack and I woke up as John Barrowman. I had enough. You know, I did. It's just like that. That's the way your mental health kind of plays on it.
Yeah, I would agree. Well, in my experience, I would agree with that. You do get to a point where enough is enough almost, you know, and you need to do something about it. And it does, I feel personally that the journey's always like that. It's just maybe something different that peaks, you know, that causes the peak, and you know, you get back down and you keep going and whatever, but it just never, you know, it's not that it's never ending. I don't want to sound doom and gloom either. It's just something that you need to give importance to on a daily basis. You need to prioritise it.
Each day you've got to prioritise your journey. Each day you've got to prioritise your journey. What's for me today might be better tomorrow. You know, and that's the way that's how I'm actually coping now. You know, if you had to do this conversation with me like last year or year before, I'd probably been stuck for words, quiet, stuttering, and really struggling. You know, because my mental health gets so bad with it. I was like, wow.
You couldn't even speak.
I couldn't bring myself like 2 words because I didn't know what happened myself. I don't know what happened myself, so how would I be able to explain to somebody else in that situation? When I went to a counselling, which I'm still getting counselling to this very day, once a week I get my counselling duty, but the support's amazing, but it's no as, we just sit back and listen, is that you finished now? We can laugh now, because now it's like, I can talk to people, and that's, I've worked in the public for I was 18, so I'm used to working and talking to people, but when the mental health hits you hard, you're in your wee nutshell and you pull yourself back and you don't want to talk to nobody. And people don't realise that.
Mhm.
And people don't realise that.
Yeah,
either.
no, I do think that it's extremely brave of anybody, and I include myself and you in this. If you're able to speak about it openly, that in itself is a huge step, and it is brave. It's brave to do it, but the minute that you do it, or the second that you do it, people then reach out and connect with you for that reason, and that makes it worthwhile.
It's funny when it could be on, really honest with you. I was thinking that last night going, it's not something that I would normally do, but I think TikTok people get a right to know. I mean, I've done a video about it, as I said, I felt suicidal, you know, and I was honest, I've taken a break, you know, because my mental health getting really better of me. But everybody's like, no, I've got to be Wee Malky, okay, blah, blah, blah. Millions are pouring in, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I don't want that. But then again, you know, people were reaching out going, are you okay? I'm here for you. And you know what? I had so many people crying at me, and I was unbelievable. I'm here for you, and I was like, thank you.
I just said that to one of my friends yesterday. See, when somebody messages you and says, you know, I'm here for you, or I've got your back, it's so impactful.
It is.
I mean, it's not a case of send that message to everybody and don't have any meaning behind it. That's not what I'm saying. But people don't really do that, do they?
No.
But when you do get a message saying that somebody's got your back or they're here for you, it makes a huge difference. For me, anyway.
It helps you over, but again, it gives you that bit of comfort knowing I've actually got somebody that cares about me. You know, but when I was saying here about being there, it's like,
because you think nobody cares.
You think deep down nobody cares. I've done it a couple of months ago there, just about a month or 2 months ago there. I went into a bit of bad patch. Nothing bad, and I don't drink, I don't smoke. You know, I'm a good boy that way. I've not smoked for about 9 years now. You know, so I came off the cigarettes, because stuff like that. That my mental health could have been bad. You know, you can turn either way. You can either hit the drink, do different thing, take drugs, do what you want to do. I'm one of the ones. I've got an OCD issue, so my anxiety and everything else is based on my OCD. You know, everything's got to be like, I can't turn the cans out the right way, make sure the fridge is organised, you know, and that's the way I live, you know. And it's kind of, I can be a wee bit bad because my partner said to me, you need to come down a wee bit, you're hooving too much. You know,
I'm laughing, but I totally get that.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Aye. Have you had treatment for OCD?
No,
or been?
I haven't actually. No, I haven't. No, but as you get older, I'm tolerating it a wee bit. But my anxiety's kind of. If I could be really honest with you, my anxiety this month now is like a scale to 70 after 20 or something. You know, it was really sky high. But. So
what would you say you're now, a 7 or an 8, but you were a 20?
I would say I was about a 7 out of 20, honestly, because I'm so relaxed now, but I learned how to do it, how to conquer it, how to walk away from negative, and how to block negative. Because see, if you don't do that, you're going to trigger your anxiety double that of pressure. And I learned that with the help.
So getting back to the help and how you manage it then. So you did go, although the charity helps you, your first protocol was the doc. Well, sorry, you made that phone call to the charity, or you messaged your friend at 4 in the morning, you made the phone call. You also made an appointment with the doctor. So how did the support come from that? What happened at the doctor?
I spoke to the doctor, and do you know, normally there's a waiting list, you know, there's a backlog, and it's kind of thing with mental health again, which kind of upsets me because we watch a lot of people struggle. They're not getting the help automatically when they need it, which is a protocol, you know, it's one of the things we need to wait. But I was lucky enough, within 3 or 4 days, my doctor had me reached out, because I reached out, my doctor seen how bad I was face to face. And at that point, my doctor was like, you know, during the pandemic, we can't see like one-to-one with a doctor, let alone try and get an appointment, you know. But because of the situation that I was in.
What did you say to the doctor?
You know,
did you?
I just basically, when I phoned the doctor, you know, I can imagine I was crying, you know, kind of breaking down and all that. The emotion getting the better of me. Wee Malky.
But it's not, I mean, crying's good. It's a release though. I always say that's not a bad thing.
No.
It's, you're letting it out.
See, the day after it, my head was thumping, me crying, but it was out. I phoned the doctor and went, I need help. You know, I'm feeling suicidal. And I told the doctor, I went, you know what, everything's going on, but there's a lot going on about my head, but I don't know if I'm doing the right things, you know. And people think, oh, you know, and then the next minute in my head, people are like, oh, there's Wee Malky, oh, he's a legend, this and that, and I'm like, I'm just me. But my mental health inside. So I could do a video 1 minute and watch back on it, sit and laugh. But see, within a couple of minutes during that pandemic, I just went, you know, I just plummeted right down. And I'm talking about to the point where I was like, put the telly off, sit there in the dark and doing different things like that. And I didn't like that. I mean, I will not do it now, you know, it's all changed now, but it makes you think, man, it's horrible.
I know, the pandemic was brutal,
You know,
absolutely brutal.
The pandemic was enough to actually give somebody mental health.
Aye. Oh, I know, and that's, I say this often as well, that was the real pandemic, the actual mental health crisis.
That's what
that
made
was
it
the
worse for
real
me.
pandemic.
I think that's what really triggered me.
Aye.
That's what triggered it, really. You know?
So who did the doctor refer you to?
So,
you were lucky that you got a referral
Got
in
the
3
counselling
days?
part, then they introduced me to Mind for Men,
Right.
which is obviously a UK charity for Men for suicide awareness and stuff like that as well. And then I was with another company, Shaw Trust, at Shaw Park, for mental health awareness as well. They were helping me out as well, but it was, I can't say there was not, the communication for everybody was amazing, you know. If it wasn't, I would be here today, you know. It did help me. It made me realise, but people do care about me. Again, if it came back into the childhood situation thing, but if you get somebody in your life that makes you think you're not wanted, you're going to see in the future of your life, you're going to be so, you know, devastated with mental health. People don't realise how bad that can be and trigger, whether it's a family parent, an uncle, an aunt, an uncle, a grandfather, anybody. That one person treats you like that in life, you're done, you know. So you've got to build your own life up after that, and that's what's happened to me.
I totally relate to that as well.
Do you know
so I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
I do get it, and I actually don't talk about it regularly. I have talked about it, but I don't talk about it regularly because the exact reasons that we've said already, that I feel like, and you're not even wanting to talk about it, so that just underlines it, that it's about taking the ownership of that, you know, rather than saying, oh, this happened to me, that happened to me, which it did. But now for me, it's about moving forward, accepting it, and accepting the responsibility on yourself, you know. So I do totally get it, totally. So the counselling that you're still getting now, is that the Mind for Men?
I'm with the Mind for Men, and do you know they're all a call away. A call away. You know, they can, if I'm feeling anything, if I ever feel down, which I'm at that prior part now, but it's not going to happen, Mary. You know, I'm there and I'm staying there. You know, I'm staying up there. I stay where I belong. I don't want to be down there. You know, if I'm going to get down there slowly but surely, I'm going to end up the way previous family members have committed suicide. So I don't want to be like that. You know, I want to be able to look back and go, I don't want people to go, what happened to Wee Malky? You don't want that.
Know,
you don't want that. Oh my God, Wee Malky committed suicide. No.
Oh no, don't say that.
No. Do you understand?
Aye, totally.
These kind of wee thing make me think, I'm now thinking, people do care.
Oh, aye, definitely.
And I didn't realise that, Mary. Still to this day, I did not understand that. I was like, it's only an app, you know. But when people reach out, but I'm talking about like companies, charity people want to reach out and help you and all that, it kind of made me realise people can care for somebody. But if you go to the right people and you go to the right communication, because there is I've got a big issue with this kind of situation with mental health when people are not getting the support that they need, you know. And I'm witnessing it just now in my life, even to this day, where I sit on young boy that I know in my life, and that's the charity thing's about, and what you sign for. And you witness it, there's a lot of lack of support, and that kind of upsets me but I feel lucky within myself because I got help. And I'm watching a younger generation party doing it and they're not getting support they should have.
No, I totally agree. I
you
know.
So that kind of gets to me a wee bit. But my priority is we need to fight for these things in life. You know, make sure that if we've suffered mental health and child issues in life, and you know, bullying, intimidation at school and stuff like that, you know, everything that's happened, we can get it, but I believe everybody's had it. And I believe everybody has got a mental health issue part there, where they can reach out and get the right person, but there's a lot of ignorance within mental health issue. And I've witnessed that within my own life. Throughout my life, I've witnessed a lot of ignorance. I'm not saying my family members are friends and all that. I've talked about if you want to with somebody else, I can maybe speak to you, like say, you know, oh, there's a gentleman there, I know him, blah, blah, blah. Or by the way, his family was terrible. He had a mental health issue, but they were ignorant towards it. They didn't give him support. They didn't show it. See, if you've got families like this, it can be devastating. So we should be a wee bit lucky that we have that support there.
No, I get it. So now, how do you manage your mental health like today? What's your priorities on a daily basis managing your
flipping
mental health?
bubbling. And I don't mean bubbling, I'm just like...
I know, you're in a good place now.
I'm in a good place, I'm a good level, you know. I'm in a good criteria where I can wake up in the morning and be me. You know, wake up in the morning, be me, get ready, wash my face, get my hair up, get myself organised, make myself goddamn handsome, and just go, right, you're going to do this today. This is a guy again, I couldn't even, for many years, I couldn't even have a mirror in the house.
Oh, really?
That's how bad my abuse and mental health and everything towards my life. I couldn't even look in the mirror. I didn't like anyone looking back at me. So, now, I can't walk by a mirror.
Without checking yourself out.
You know what I mean? Hello?
Hi.
Again, it doesn't mean I'm vain, but it gives me, I'm at that stage now. I've got a mirror in the hall, I've got a mirror in the bathroom, I've got a mirror in the living room, and I bloody love it.
So
people don't realise, if you think, you see when you get things like that throughout your childhood, and knocks your confidence off. You know? I can't sleep with a full darkness. I've also got to keep a light on. Due to mental health issues here again, I've got to keep a wee dimmer light on.
Has that been your whole life? You've had to do that?
Even to this day I still do it. And anywhere I go, family houses, like anybody I go anywhere, I go stay or anything and visit anything, and I'm staying overnight, and as long as there's a wee light on, I'll be happy. Shut the door, don't leave the door open for me. If you leave the door open, my anxiety's going to go through the roof. You know? I can't have a cupboard door open, they're not lying behind me.
Is that to do with OCD or?
And not, that's part of the childhood mental health part of things.
Okay.
And again, I can't have cupboards and all that lying opened. Now, for the last week and a half, again, it's getting cold and it's plummeting. I thought, I've got a cupboard, it's an art room, so I made it into an art room so in my house. And I don't want to damage it due to dampness because the weather's coming in again. I need to open this cupboard. And do you know, I said to him the other day, I went, you know, in the last couple of days, I've left that opened and I've just been walking about willy-nilly and not even, that's open, I need to shut that. Because my anxiety panics because it's an open space. You know, so I'm like, I need to close that again. And I can't close it. So, I can tolerate it. See, I can tolerate it when I want to. Back then, I'd be shutting all the doors, checking the doors locked at 4 times, checking the doors locked like that, so almost like that. It's terrible. You know?
So you mentioned an art cupboard. Do you do art? Is that one of your things in
I like to, again, motivation, right? So I started off buying all the easel stuff during the pandemic, and then arts and crafts. Oh my, hello.
That's one of your
my painting wasn't too bad if I say so myself. And I was like, you know what, you usually have a talent in painting as well. You know? But like yourself, I've tried to think of things that keep me going. You know, sitting on a phone doing this and doing that, it's not going to help.
No, it doesn't.
You know, I'll sit there and go, let's do that. I'll do my, no, you won't. I'm going to do meditation. You know, I'll get some artwork in. I'll order an easel, you know, easel stand and everything. And I got all that in. I got everything in. And then I said to you, I've got a projector, right? And I will recommend this for anybody who has a mental health issue, get a projector. And see that projector, it not only relaxes you at night time, it's a Bluetooth. Put it on your Spotify, and sit and relax.
So what do you put on the projector? What do you get?
It's a full thing for all over the ceiling and all that.
Oh,
every room you
right,
want.
aye.
Right.
I thought you were talking about like what we used to get at school where you pulled down the whiteboard and the projector and the film on the projector. Oh my God, I'm sure.
Is that the time?
Right, I get you now. So it's one of these light projector
Yeah,
things. That sounds
right.
amazing. I've heard people talk about them before.
And
Why
I'll
can't
send you a
get
picture of
one
it. In fact,
them?
I'll actually do it live tonight, and I'll send you a video
Aye.
to see how it sets out at night time, okay? But again, relaxation. And again, Spotify, you put any of meditation music on, relax. I
That
told the
helps
doctor I've
you.
started, like my doctor went, well done.
Aye.
I went, I'm going to get myself a projector. It was like a lucky thing we did during the pandemic. Went into the Amazon, you know, and I checked it and I went, oh, grab it while I can. You know, it's a great price. Grab it. And I thought it's a really expensive one, but I'm going to grab it because that's going to help me.
Aye.
You know?
And that's what it's all about. I'm always saying this as well. It's about finding what works for you and what helps you. It doesn't matter what
Totally,
anybody else says
totally.
or thinks or their opinion is or whatever.
Yeah.
If it works for you, you do it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're in a good place now. You were saying there, so what I'm trying to establish is when you're in a good place. Like a couple of months ago you said you felt your mental health was
Lower,
plummeting,
yeah.
or lower, because it was
lower,
never as bad as it was when you had the really bad phase of feeling suicidal and whatever, touch wood. So what did you do when it was at that level a couple of months ago? What are your kind of go-to?
Right, my goals, right? What I done was, Mary, I got a pen and a bit of paper and I set my goals out.
So you do set
Right.
goals, you do
know,
that if
See,
things go.
if you don't set your goals at the beginning, the way I learned it, you're not going to set yourself at all. You know, I'm a strong believer that way. You know, only me can help me with mental health. So set my goals out. I'm going to do this tomorrow. I'm going to do this today. I'm going for a coffee tomorrow.
Aye. And that would be a goal. That would be. Aye.
It might be a low goal. It might be a start.
Aye.
It's not a big major goal you want to go and achieve.
No, but it is. If you're in a position of I can't even go out the door, that's how bad I'm feeling.
Yes.
Going for a coffee is a
Right.
goal.
So it's like,
That's-
I'm going to set this out, I'm going to go for a long walk, you know, there's something I can't get online, I'm going to go and get it, I'm going to go and buy it, you know, I'll make sure I'm going to go and enjoy my day every day, you know, I'll put my head up, go and do what I need to do. But people don't realise, again, the travelling issues can be an issue with somebody with mental health issue.
Do you drive?
You know, no.
No, right, okay.
You know, again, I'm kind of glad a wee bit I don't drive because I don't know how I'd be behind the car wheel. You're like, get out of my way! I don't know.
Aye.
I don't
mean,
know
it's
how.
not a priority. I just thought I'd ask that
Yeah.
because I mean, during COVID and like the pandemic, obviously that's another. If you're already on your own, that's another thing. I mean, I know for a while we couldn't even travel anywhere, but it is another factor in the whole situation.
I find myself walking about, obviously when they travel and the bus issue and that we're having, but again, it's not everybody. But having to wear the mask and go a walk, that was fine. But I was refined to local. Like everybody else was to local in that kind of way. But that ripped my mental apart. Yeah, to everybody else, it ripped everybody apart, you know. But myself, I was like, oh my God, you know, how am I going to cope? What am I going to do? Get a pen and a bit of paper. Mark all this down, start doing your goals, set out what you want to do, and make sure you stick to it. My counselling has sent me a like brochure paper, paper thing, the motivation paperwork is what you call it, right? And they sent me the motivation paperwork and all that, which was phenomenal, you know. But you're reading it over, and then it's like, yeah, Monday to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, diary. Keep yourself at bay. Put down how you feel. Like you day to day, feel bubbly. Say my bed and put the blanket over me. You know, you have to be. It all depends what
Just
you put in the
journal,
paragraph.
just
Journal.
journal it.
So it's a full journal to put yourself correct. I've done it for about a good few months during the pandemic. You know, I kept it going. Again, feel suicidal. I couldn't go. You know, and was it a case of that? I may be feeling down, but deep down, that pen and paper still needs my thoughts. I've still got to put my thoughts on that bit of paper because I'm not going to get the help. Again, only me could push that boundary to make sure that I help
So
people, you know?
And did you use your journaling for your session, your weekly counselling session? Is that when you use it, or did you not use it? Did you just keep it private?
I used it, I kept it going, but I got to the stage even after so many months, I was conquering. You know, I managed to build myself up. And again, how did I do it? I still question myself, Mary, because I don't understand why I'm still here today. Because I never thought I was strong enough. That's the truth. I never ever thought I was strong enough.
Young enough?
Strong
enough.
I'm young enough.
Young enough. Oh no, yeah. Well, you are strong enough. You're here.
I feel like you were talking about again.
You've come through your darkest days.
Yeah.
To
We
still
don't
be
realise.
here.
I still pinch myself. You know, I still pinch myself. But we all know yourself. You get good days, bad days. You get a bad day and a good day. But your good days make that count. If that's a words of wisdom from Wee Malky boy, trust me, make that count. Because see, that day you might not have seen that day. You know, I've learned that now. You know, I've learned that now. But for things that I've missed out on, go back to it. You're not going back in the past. You're not going back and going to help. I'm going to go back in that bad day. So if I can pick up from there, make it a good day. I learned that if I go back and say, oh, I wanted to do that, but I never done it during the pandemic because my mental health was so bad. You know what? I'm going to achieve it now that I'm even better because you know what? I'm going to enjoy it even better. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we do. We've got to do that kind of.
And just wee small goals are your thing. I mean, they don't need to be, you have got some huge goals, but they don't need to be huge goals, as you say, just getting out the door.
If it to be a full goal, for me, for mental health part of that, if you're going to do a full goal, you're not going to squeeze it all into one day. You know, and that's been common knowledge there. You need to kind of day by day, set a goal out.
Wee bits at a time.
Baby steps. Baby steps. See the baby steps. That lets you climb that baby step so high that you realise you're going to hit the ladder that you like. But I've learned a lot of it.
Well, that's good, and I'm glad to hear it. And I'll say it again, I'm glad that you're here.
Thank you.
And talking about it.
I'm glad I'm here as well because I'm an open book. You know, I am an open book. As I said, I wouldn't be able to do this last year, you know. But this year I'm like, no, I'm an open book. I still think there's a lot of flaws and I don't understand the real me. You know, the inside. But you see me, they run up to me and get a picture done and want this done, that done, and I'm like, why? And I laugh. But then I'm like, if only they knew that I cried at night back then, you know. And I try not to question myself. I'm like, yeah. But I'm a strong guy now. God damn, yeah, aye. You know, as you can see, I'm right out there. You know? And I'm ready for it. I'm ready for life. Give me the life that I need. Give me the goals that I deserve. You know. But
I love that.
I don't think I need to achieve stuff and go back the way and all that. If we go back the way, we're not going to achieve anything, Mary. You know. And I'm a believer in life that you need to reach your goals because if you don't, you can't expect people to bring the goals to you because of a mental health issue. Let people bring watch you grow. If you watch that person sit back watching person grow, that's achievement. You're going to sit there and go, what achievement, blah blah blah. Everybody's sitting watching going, that person's getting a mental health issue, that's an achievement. What a difference he is from last year to the year before. So I've learned that.
And you said already, I think it's worth saying that you're, I think again this is similar to myself, you're a blocker. If somebody or someone or something is causing you any sort of negative energy or anxiety or whatever, it's just a straight block. I'm a great believer in that as well.
Simple block. And again, you know, when we come through one of these kind of apps that we deal with, that we're on TikTok, anything at all, right? But again, working for the public till I was 18, you've got to take it in the chin, right? You've got to take criticism, right? And it's part of life. And if you're out there in the public, you've got to take that criticism because if you don't, they're going to walk over you. You know, and that's what the public do. But it's like comedy, as I say, that I'm not going to mix and match comedy and singing. You know,
Aye.
if I do that, that's going to be criticism for people right away to fight with me. You know, can you see what I'm saying there? They'll be like, wait a minute, you're confusing me here. I've got to take the criticism. No, they don't want singing, they want comedy. You know, so I really mix and match that to cause a friction and give them the negativity that they deserve. So my goal there is like, you know what, it's an app, it's Wee Malky post, so it's his character. Maggie posts were shot through the roof. Apparently Maggie's a wee bit more popular than Malky, I don't understand.
I don't know.
Right, apparently she is.
Aye.
Right, I'm sure it's apparently Wee Maggie's a wee bit more popular than Malky is. You only go with what the public are telling you. You only go with what the public are telling you, you're like, wow. But again, it's all down to mental health and building it up. See if it was made for the mental health part of it, it's bad. It's so unbelievable. People sit and go, what builds you up? What gave you the character? You know, what, as you said earlier, what's your goals? You know, your goals is to achieve what you want to achieve, but you will get the odd person that's going to try and bring that down and damage your mental health. And we've all been there. You know, we've all been there.
Absolutely. And that's the ones that you need to block. See you later. So I'm conscious of time, last kind of 8 minutes. The work that you do, so you sent me a petition, and I've seen a couple of wee things where you do some work for charity, is that right? So tell us about what you do with charity. I know you're extremely passionate about
I've done many
health.
charity things, but as I say, you know, I'm passionate with things. I've done a lot of cancer charities and all that as well, when I was 18 as well. Obviously with singing and all that as well. The minute I'm one of the ones where the minute somebody phones me, texts me, you know, I need help with a charity, blah blah blah, I'm on the ball, you know, I'm on the ball. And again, that helped me. You know, that helped me help somebody else.
Oh yeah,
you know, the charity part of it. But the one that I've done, the one you sent last week, this is for a young boy, which is I'll explain that. I'll mail you the full details. I'll send you the family name and that as well. I'm now in touch with his mum that through TikTok as well. And again, the lack of support he got in what is feels suicidal as a young kid.
Is he getting support now?
The support's lack. You know, and this is why, you know,
And he's a child,
support, you know.
because mental health for children support is horrific, because I know there's a massive waiting list for CAMs.
Anyway, I met this wee boy and his family, and I got to know his story. And I spoke to his mum last week, which, you know, she's probably going to watch this and start crying, because I said to her, I went, you know, I met the young boy, and when I came home, I started crying. Really. And I said to him, and I thought, you know, he went, you see yourself here, don't you? And I went, yeah. I said to his mum last week, through the week, on the WhatsApp, and she went, really? And I went, he actually reminds me of me.
And do you want to share it so people know, like, what the charity is, or what, like, some of the details so that people
can...
So
the charities, it's in the links in the bio, right?
Of your TikTok.
It's in the bio of the TikTok, Instagram on the link tree.
Instagram as well, it's on Instagram.
It's on the link tree, right? And it's for Kyle.
Right.
It's for Kyle, the young boy's called Kyle, right? So on my page, it's on the bio and all that as well. But it's just to take this to Parliament, we need 10k.
10,000 signatures.
10,000 signatures.
And it's a petition to get support for young people's
for
mental
young
health.
people with mental health issues, to get the support that they need for the future. Right, we don't get that just now.
No, we don't.
Right, and this family have watched their son suffer, and I wanted to reach out and give them the full support, get to know the story. Excuse me, I met them in person to find out the story. Again, it made me think, my God. But the flashbacks that I got hearing this wee boy's story, and how he dealt with it as a child and all that different things in life, is the anxiety and feel suicidal and all that as a kid. I'm an adult and I'm going through that. You know, so I'm like, we need more. This has got to go to Parliament to make sure that we can get justice for kids in the future. I don't want to sit, obviously they'll be older, but in the future generation, my nieces and nephews, or anybody like Kyle or anybody again, I want to see them getting support, Mary. If we're not getting it the way we should be getting it now, they deserve that. So yeah, the link's in my bio.
So the link is in your bio, the link tree, both the
It's in the link tree.
the what do you call it?
It's on TikTok, it's on Facebook, it's on everywhere, it's on all over the bio. It's on my TikTok, my Facebook, it's on TikTok.
Right, so
Instagram.
TikTok's the place, and on Instagram.
It's on Linktree.
Right, your Linktree,
So
and that's
the very top paragraph on Linktree. As soon as you click on it,
the very
you'll see
top
the
link
to sign the petition.
Right, that's the petition. And is there a charity for Kyle? Is there a GoFundMe or anything like that? No.
I've spoken to the family regarding if they want me to do a GoFund for them. I'm going to be just now to maybe after the new year.
Right.
We're going to see if we can get the process. I think she's getting excited because every couple of days she's texting me going, oh, we're at 400, oh, we're at 300. and it's a buzz. You know, she's just so excited. And I say to her, listen, I'm going to share it to many people we can. I shared it over to nearly 15,000 people within the 3-day period there. And I thought, I don't care how many people, oh, I had cramp. You know, I'm sitting there on my phone going, you know, send it to this one, send it to that one. But the more people you send it out, the more people you reach it.
Aye.
I had one of my friends mail me and went, you've sent that 3 times. I don't care, sign it again.
Aye.
Sign it again, I don't care.
Can you sign
I
it
don't
again?
care.
You can only sign it once. But signing a petition doesn't cost a thing. And so that petition is the first link on, you did send it to me, so I haven't clicked on the link tree, but that petition is the first link on your link tree. If people can sign it, it's not just for Kyle, although that's what's instigated it for you. It's for everybody, all kids, to get this petition to Parliament to try and get
if we can reach
mental
out,
health support.
if people can
children.
watch this, sign that petition for somebody else's kids. That could be your kid, you know, and that's what I'm reaching out to here. That could be anybody's kid here. Don't let it be your kid. You know, help somebody else's.
Yes, absolutely. And just the final thing to end on then is, what are the plans for Wee Malky? Is it Wee Malky or is it Alan?
It's
Are
Wee
the future
Malky.
plans for Wee Malky?
Wee
No, for
Malky.
Alan. So Alan, the singer, isn't what you're looking to
No, the comedy side
pursue?
it's
Wee Malky.
It's a new path. It's a new path for the comedy now.
So in 1 minute, tell us what the plans are for Wee Malky.
My plan for after that, as I said, you know, taking the bookings, doing what I'm doing, and I'm going to do different wedding functions and things like that.
And doing functions with Wee Malky.
Getting right out there. I've got to be known.
Fine. You're
You know
known
what I'm saying?
anyway.
I've got to
Everybody
be known.
knows you on TikTok.
You're kidding me on.
Well, I think they do. Everybody that I know knows you. On that note, thank you so
You're
much
more
for
than welcome.
coming to
Thank you
chat,
for having me.
Malky. It's
Thank
been
you.
great. Malky, see, I'm still calling him Malky, Alan. I can't call
Just say
you
Wee
Alan, Malky.
Malky.
I can't, Wee Malky. I can't call you anything else. It's been brilliant getting an insight to who
Thank
you
you.
are, because
Thank
even
you.
I didn't know
Yeah.
all of that.
I
There
know.
are new tiny wee bits of it, so it's been a pleasure.
Thank you
We'll
very
maybe
much for having
catch
me.
up
Thank
with
you.
you maybe again.
Catching up.
Again,
Thank you.
aye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.